So in just 2 weeks, one of my faceless YouTube channels made over $11,000 in revenue and got over 2 million views, which is insane. But not only that, with one of my videos, it got $1,200 in revenue. Another one of my videos got $1,500 in revenue, and another one of my videos got $2,000 in revenue. Just one video, which is insane. It got almost 500,000 views. So in this video, we're gonna go behind the scenes and look at every single one of these videos, analytics, and figure out why they succeeded and they did so well. But first, let's figure out the exact analytics we need to look at so we can replicate this. So when analyzing successful YouTube videos, there are 3 factors that cause a channel to blow up. Now, these are all in order of importance. So the last one I'm going to show you is the most important. If you get that wrong, you're not going to succeed at YouTube ever. So the first one is click-through rate. So click-through rate is the amount of people who click on your channel compared to the amount of impressions you get on YouTube. For those of you who don't know, impressions means every single time someone sees one of your videos in either the homepage, the suggested video feed, or anywhere your YouTube video is actually recommended, that is an impression. So what YouTube does is it analyzes the percentage of people who actually decide to click on your video as opposed to another video or click off of YouTube. Now you want this to be as high as possible, of course, because some of my most successful YouTube videos had a click-through rate of over 30%. So the higher your click-through rate, the better your results and the more YouTube will push out your videos. Now ideally, you want your click-through rate to be over 10%. If it's anything less than 10%, it's going to be very hard for YouTube to push out your content because it shows that people just aren't interested. Now the rule of 10% is important, but the most important thing out of all this is to make sure that your click-through rate is higher than your competitors. YouTube is just like a bidding market. So if you have videos that are better than your competitors, you upload more than them, and your videos are longer than them, over time, your content will start to outrank your competitors in the search algorithm, and your channel will be on top. And every single niche has a different base number of click-through rate that they all abide by. For example, the finance niche may have an average click-through rate of 7%, but the health and wealth niche might have an average click-through rate of 10%. But you just have to make sure you're better than your competitors. Once your YouTube channel is proven, YouTube will start to spread out your videos to a wider audience and the click-through rate will begin to drop. Now let's take a look at one of my videos and I'll show you exactly how click-through rate raises and drops over time. So let's take a look at this first video that made me $1,200. So if we go to reach here and we scroll down, you can see it had 1.6 million impressions. We had 15.5% click-through rate and we had 337,000 views. Now to show you how impressions lead to watch time, let's scroll down here and let's take a look right here at this graph. This graph is the most important graph of all of YouTube. If you want to know exactly how to blow up your channel and what you should focus on, that's what it is. YouTube is like a funnel, right? So you can see first there are impressions. Now they go to click-through rate. Then from click-through rate, they go to views from impressions. Then they go to average view duration and watch time. Now taking a look at the click-through rate, if we go back here, you can see that in the beginning, my click-through rate, it actually jumped up on the first day. Then it started to dip a bit, right? It went down to 12%. 12%, then it went back up, so it was kind of iffy, but you could see it was a big jump here. Then it started to die down just a bit because it started to get pushed out to a wider audience. So as you start to get more and more viewers, your channel starts to get pushed out more and more, which means your stats get less and less because you have a wider audience. So you can see it does jump up and down here, but basically it's all usually around this certain number here. And there's a point where YouTube just starts to drop off your content and it's been pushed out to as many people as possible. And that's when at the end, your YouTube channels and your videos start to die down in views. Now 15.5% is still an amazing percentage, and this is why I was able to generate so many views. Take a look at my next video that made me $1,500. If you take a look at the reach tab, you can see that the click-through rate is about 11.4%. So it's funny, this one even got more views but had a lower click-through rate. And that's because when YouTube pushes out your content farther to more people, your click-through rate goes down. Now don't feel bad because that's a really good thing. That means you're getting views and your content is working. So taking a look at this click-through rate, again, you can see there's a giant spike when it first uploads, then it dips again. So you can see it's not always the most stable, but it usually stays around the same range, around that 10% to 20% range, right? Now take a look at my next video. This one is a big player that got me $2,000. Now taking a look at the reach tab, you can see that this click-through rate is 13%, which is still a little higher than my second video, but it's definitely not the highest. So you don't have to have a specific number or goal you have to aim for your YouTube channel. Just make sure your click-through rate is higher than your competition's and you'll completely blow them out the water. So taking a look at my click-through rate here, you can see it bumped up, right? Then it just went down, went up and down here. And then when you start to get less views, your click-through rate starts to get more erratic. So you can see here, as the views started to go down, the click-through rate just started going up and down kind of sporadically, which is kind of funny. But basically, you want to make sure your click-through rate is higher than competition's at the end of the day. All right, so the second most important part of your YouTube channel and your YouTube success is average view duration. So this is the amount of time people spend on a video on average. Now, the higher the average view duration, the more YouTube will push out your videos over time, right? So it's super important. If people are watching your videos for a long time, it shows that your videos are good. That's basically what it's all about, right? Mr. Beast talks about this all the time. You just got to make sure people click on your videos and they watch them. That's really all it's about. Now, ideally, you want your average view duration to be at least half of the video. If it's any less than half, it's going to be very hard to grow. So I would say aim for that 40% to 60% range. That's the range where I saw most success and results with my own channel. And again, as YouTube starts to spread out your videos to a wider audience, you will see that your average view duration will start to go down. So let's go back to my successful YouTube videos and I'll show you exactly how that works. So taking a look at this channel, if we go to engagement, you can see that the average view duration is 3 minutes and 26 seconds. So that's about half, maybe a little more than half actually, of the actual video, right? So you can see it starts off at 3 minutes and it goes down to 4, then goes down to even sometimes at 2, 3. So it's basically just around the same range of like maybe 40 to 60%. And that's why YouTube saw this was a really good video. Now you can see with the second video, the average view duration is very, very low. It's about 4 minutes, but this video still did well. So sometimes there are anomalies where you can have a lower view duration, but still your video can blow up if you have a good click-through rate, right? So taking a look at this right here, you can see it starts off at 7 minutes and then it starts to go down a bit. So as you can see, as YouTube pushes it out, it starts to get lower and lower. Now with this video, you can see here that it's 10 minutes and 48 seconds long and the average view duration is about 4 minutes. So about 40% of the video. And you can see the same exact stats. It raises up a bit for the first couple of days, then it starts to level out and it starts to go down, right? Now, number 3, and the most important factor for growing your YouTube channel and your YouTube videos is watch time. So watch time is literally one of the most important metrics on YouTube. The higher the watch time, the more ads YouTube can show people on its platform, right? We got to understand YouTube is a business and they want to make as much money as possible from the people who watch their channels. And they make money from ads. So you want to make sure you focus your YouTube channel to pump out as many ads as possible in your actual YouTube videos. Now, I don't suggest spamming ads. You shouldn't do that. It gets a little annoying and it's not great, but make sure you squeeze out as many minutes as possible for your YouTube channel because YouTube wants to make money and the more ads they show you, the more money they make.